Welcome, boxing fans, to the Go Fight Live weekly recap show. I'm your host, Rich Quinones. Boxing back in a big way in Delaware. Last Friday, the champs at the Chase in downtown Wilmington saw 7 bouts. Local product shined, but 2 title bouts were on the line. The NABA light welterweight and welterweight titles abound. And I'll tell you, what's a night of boxing without a little controversy? Local product shined and other fighters stepped up. All right, let's get to the action. And locally, Luis Hernandez edging Curtis Morton in his pro debut in a 4-round light welterweight bout. After getting frustrated and losing the opening round, Hernandez settled down and found some openings in round 2. He worked the body some more in round 3 en route to a close decision, 39-37 twice for Hernandez, 39-37 in favor of Morton. So again, making his successful debut, Luis Chucho Hernandez edging Curtis Morton in a 4-round light welterweight bout. Perhaps the most exciting action of the evening came when Melissa St. Ville took on Natasha Spence. These 2 females stepped into the ring and it was a great battle. Let's go to the action. From the opening bell, St. Ville came out and went to the body, but the Canadian Spence countered with a precise left hook to the head. She landed several more during the round. St. Ville, showing the toughness of a Brooklyn native, came out much more aggressive in round 2, firing away at the body once more. Both fighters exchanged punches throughout the round, culminating in an intense last 20 seconds. St. Ville took control of the fight the next several rounds, but Spence showed some heart in round 5, taking advantage of some wild punches thrown by St. Ville. Spence closed the round with a solid right. Round 6 and 7 were close, but it was round 8 that saw St. Ville's guts and energy level on display. She worked in a quick right, a quick 4-punch combo to slow down Spence, taking the round, but not before Spence went out swinging to put it in the judges' hands. The bout seemed closer than the scorecard would indicate it, and in the end, it went to St. Ville 79-73, 78-74, with the third scorecard even at 76-76. It was a real good fight. St. Ville improves to 4-1-2, while I mentioned Spence suffered her first loss as a pro. As the night continued to build up, there was only 2 more bouts remaining, and of course the co-feature was a good one. It was the new Ray Robinson against Alberto Morales for the interim NAB welterweight title. This one was scheduled to go 10 rounds. Early on, it looked as though it would be a quick night of work for Robinson as he dropped Morales with a vicious counter right uppercut in the opening seconds of the first round. However, Morales, gritty, fighting from Miami, came out punching, tried to salvage the fight and hung in there for the next couple rounds. But ultimately, it was really Robinson dominating the first half of the fight.
Robinson,
used
long left
hard
hand,
punches and great footwork to kind of keep Morales off balance.
Right
Robinson then continued to display the complete package, but not before Morales proved pesky in round number 6. He came out with a little more fire. He was able to be a little more aggressive with some of his punches, landed some shots to the head and the body, but it didn't rattle Robinson at all. The close round went to Alberto Morales. Robinson then stunned Morales with a big left uppercut in the 7th and continued to work the jab in round 8. It was round 9 that Robinson bloodied the nose of Morales, stunning him a little bit, and he dominated the round with jabs and left hands. Round 10, Robinson simply overwhelmed the native of Nicaragua. It was a great debut under the champs management group for Robinson by claiming the NAB welterweight title. Scoring in that one wasn't close, 100-89, 99-91, 98-91, and in the process, Robinson improves to 15-2, Morales falls to 11-2-1. And that set the stage for the main event, the main bout of the evening between Frankie the Freight Train Philippone and Kevin Hitman Ingle. This was Philippone taking on a much bigger and experienced Ingle. Now, to his credit, he stepped up a little bit on short notice. You got to remember now, Philippone, a cop out of Virginia Beach, was fighting his first 10-round bout. He was also fighting on 2 weeks rest. Now, whether or not that was going to take its toll, you really didn't see because of the lack of action in the bout. But early on, it was Ingle pressing the action against Frankie the Freight Train Philippone, and Ingle actually tried to steal a round early on. However, Philippone kept him at bay, kept flat-footed, and kept stepping aside, really frustrating Ingle. Round 3 and 4 were close. While Ingle stole very slow round number 5, Philippone outworked Ingle in round number 6. Round number 9 saw Ingle become a little more active, but on this night, it was too little too late. Philippone just kept going to the body, countering with some punches, and then really had his way in round number 9. Engel finally pushed through in the 10th and final round, using his right. His power punches that helped him KO 16 opponents were never there the whole night on Friday night. To Filipone's credit, really went on the defense, kind of danced around a little bit, was more or less trying to please the crowd, if you will, knowing that he had the fight in hand. When it was all said and done, he stood his ground, captured the belt, scoring in this one 99-93, 98-92, 97-93. Filipone improved to 13-2-1, and after was signed by Champs Management Group. When it was all said and done, it was a very successful night at the Champs at the Chase in downtown Wilmington. 7 bouts, all entertaining in some way. Hey, we want to thank you, the boxing fan, for tuning in to the weekly recap show on Go Fight Live. And don't forget, check us out online at gofightlive.com for all upcoming events. I'm Rich Quinones. We'll see you next week.